Hi there, John Zwart here at Home and Property Real Estate. In my last video, I reflected on the history of real estate as a way to give context to the discussion we're about to have today. If you've not yet watched that video, I would encourage you to do so first. I think you'll appreciate the benefit of doing that before proceeding here. Now, to begin today's discussion, let's go to where we left off, namely the idea that changes we are now experiencing in real estate are accelerating at a rapid pace. And while there are benefits to come out of this, there are also risks. Consider now the information age as it relates to real estate. How modern technology is driving the expectation that sellers and buyers should have instant access to sales data. You know, it used to be that realtors were the keepers of this data. Data that could inform decisions about neighborhoods, schools, the condition of homes, proximity to employment opportunities, and pretty much everything else related to buying or selling a home. But of course, this is no longer the case. Realtors are no longer the sole keepers of real estate sales information. Consumers who are tech savvy are finding ways to have instant access to the same data. And pretty soon, I suspect, everybody, whether they're technologically adept or not, will have unfettered access to this information. Now, this is a good thing, and I say this even as some in our industry argue against it. It levels the playing field, ensures that everyone from a first-time buyer to an institutional conglomerate has a fair, equal shot at making informed decisions about their real estate opportunities. It gives consumers control, and it allows them to come to terms with the information put before them in a manner and time frame that makes sense to them. It also allows a buyer or seller to frame their discussion with the other party to a transaction in a way that is healthy and transparent. But, as I alluded to earlier, it's not without risk. One of the primary risks is really the flip side of its strength. The fact that unfettered access to information is a benefit reveals why it could also be a problem. The word unfettered gives it away. Unfettered suggests that it's free, which can also mean that it has no value or that its value is diminished precisely because it's free. And of course, that could mean that it is dismissed, not taken as seriously as it should. Closely aligned to that is the problem we realtors now have of dismissive association. Since information previously derived exclusively through us is free, there are those who wonder if working with a realtor is necessary. Do buyers and sellers really need our services? If so, why or how? How do our services differ from what they might have been 10 years ago? While these questions cause consternation in my profession, I believe that they are valid and that they should be asked. If nothing else, they fix our focus on current reality and help us to stay relevant. Now, one of the big changes that I see in realtor services today is in regards to expertise. It used to be that a realtor could get away with a low-grade general knowledge of market influences in a given geographic area. Even basic sales skills were not necessarily important. As long as one was reasonably adept socially, had a basic knowledge of property values, could draft offer documents, and could see their way clear to doing at least one deal every other month or so, they could make a go of it, or at least keep their head above water. And as sole conduits for the MLS marketing system, they were providing a necessary and valued service, even at a rudimentary level. But that was then. Today, the bar is much higher, competition more intense, information more readily available. And while general knowledge for a realtor is still important, specific knowledge is the currency that ultimately gives value to what we do. Specific knowledge of commercial or industrial real estate or of condominiums, the Condominium Act, life leases, residential construction, the Ontario Building Code, real estate law, sales and negotiation skills, unique selling propositions, marketing proficiency, ethics, environmental issues, zoning restrictions, and more. Add to that wisdom in knowing when you don't know what you don't know and having the ethical sensibility to refer clients to another realtor if your own expertise in a given area is lacking. Now, the challenge is that despite this rise in realtor expertise and professionalism, there are significant market forces trying to push the industry in an opposite direction. I spoke about this earlier with respect to other industries. In our industry, the push is being led by Purplebricks and other discount brokerages who are offering clients the means and opportunity to sell their property themselves for a low flat fee. This push to the bottom, as I like to call it, is an appeal to the perception that selling your home can be easy, that the real estate industry is actually a ruse, providing no real value, and that you can save thousands in commission with exactly the same result. Of course, it's not that easy. Purplebricks, a UK-based company, has recently announced that they're pulling out of both Australia and the US because they're losing money. And now they're saying that Canada promises to be a good market for them, but we'll see. So that's one business model. On the other hand, we have a service-oriented brokerage model with agents charging competitive commissions on the expectation that their service will attract more, better qualified buyers and thereby provide greater chance for properties to be sold at or above fair market value. Apart from the commission, service-oriented brokerages each have their own unique areas of expertise as well, as also selling propositions that give them an edge over competition in their respective markets. Now, at Home and Property Real Estate, we are entrenched in this second model, but with some unique differences. We're an independent company. We're not tied to an international brand. We're completely Canadian-owned. We're relatively small with just 10 agents as of right now. And we have a better way, as we like to call it, a better way built on a commitment to excellence, to innovation, to teamwork, and to flexibility. We're taking the best, I think, of what we see in various other companies and putting our own spin on them. Kind of like a hybrid automobile. We're not a gas guzzler, not a lightweight compact either. We're not a plug-in electric car. Rather, we use the best of each. We're cutting edge. We're a hybrid. Now, if you'd like to learn more about our unique approach to this business of selling homes and property, give us a call or send us a text, an email. Or, if you prefer, stay tuned and wait to learn more in future videos. Whichever way suits you, we're only too happy to share with you what we do differently and why that might just be the right approach for you. Until next time, thanks for watching.